Hello. Today we're going to be going over some chess games I've played in the past. And we're going to analyze them. The whole reason I'm doing this is because a lot of nerds 2100 used to do this type of stuff, gothy chess games. He hasn't done it in a while, and I just thought I might do it. Okay, so already here, you might tell it's not a very good game. 5 blunders. I made a blunder. 3 great moves and 1 great move. A lot of misses by me. 6. Wow. Okay. Alright. Starting with e4. Knight f6. Knight f3, which that's a free pawn. Luckily I take it. Bishop out. Pawn h6. Why I did that? I don't know. I really don't know. Knight back. Knight forward. Still don't know why I did that. We have a knight to c3. Pawn to g6. And he hung his bishop. And you know what I did? I did not take. I don't know why I didn't take. I was never really good at taking with my pawn. But game continues. Castle. Now that isn't a very good move, but my knight is pinned anyway, so I can't take it. Pawn to g5. An inaccuracy. It's because I missed an opportunity to fork pieces. I am not, I've always missed that one fork. But that's okay. We have, so I take with the queen. The bishop moves. Move my queen back. Castles. And I take the knight. And apparently, it was a miss. I could have kicked the knight, but I don't know. That is a mistake. I had the opportunity to threaten to win that bishop. Or, no, actually, yes. Bishop back. I'm really moving my knight a lot. Pawn to c3. Knight to h4. If I get my moves right, I might be able to threaten checkmate. Queen f6. Could have blocked. That would have been way better. Because they can take my rook. I take with the king. Because, of course, that's the best move. Queen out. Attacking the bishop. Back. My queen is coming out. That is an inaccuracy. Because I could have played something better. There it's forking pieces. I move my queen back. They take my knight. I take back. They're probably going to make a discovered attack over here by moving that there. But I decide to move that up. They take. I realize now I probably should have checked, but that's okay. Rook out. Still waiting to check. Pawn to f3. Queen to g5. Queen to g2. And I don't take the trade. And they make a blunder. This gives away a free pawn. But that's not the pawn they were thinking of, because I could have checked with that other pawn. They miss. I take with the pawn. They move their rook to h5. I take another free pawn. They take another free pawn. And I'm threatening to win that bishop. They make a blunder, and I take the bishop. And yeah, they're taking out their queen. and I blunder. But they miss it. Get a few great moves. And this allows a forced checkmate. I don't see it. And there's another blunder. That was not it. Because I kind of just gave away a rook. Now they're ahead. So I'm starting to promote. Of course, it is going to probably fail. But it doesn't. Because I'm going to promote no matter what. I promote. I start checking. Or I try to at least. That's not a very good move. I am just trying to win all their pawns. I do. Moving my king. Pin that. Move my king to the pawn. I'm gonna win that. And they didn't resign. Quite honestly, I don't resign. I've only resigned twice. And that was in my very early stages of chess. But no matter, I do end up checkmating them a few moves later. By moving my king out. Yeah. I could have also moved there. This seems appealing, and yes it is. So, that was game 1. So I'm going to go to game 2 quickly. And here's game number 2. Okay. So I'm going to go to the review. So I don't know what's going on with the eval. Alright, you can tell this is going to be a fun game. 4 blunders, 7 blunders, 2 great moves, and 5 great moves. How about that? So I'm playing as white. Alright. Pawn to e4. Pawn to e5. I'm going to do the 4 knights. That's the opening I always do / did. I still do it. It's good. I win most of the time. Move back. A lot of book moves. This is when it ends. They were sort of pinning with the pawns in the way, so not really. Most likely they should take. But anyways, I moved my pawn to d3. They're pinning the knight to the queen. I kicked the bishop out. Now it's not a pin because I moved my pawns. But it's not as good because now my king's not as protected. Attacking the bishop. They move their knight to d4. And then I move my bishop to d5. They're saying I should have went here. I did not. But that's okay. They took that. I take with that. Or I could have taken with the pawn. And they missed an opportunity to win my knight. And then I blunder because they don't because my knight is hanging. They do take. I take, getting a fork, and yet it's a mistake. Oh, because my opponent can force checkmate. But they miss that. And there's a blunder because they could have forked my pieces. They didn't. I check them. They block. I go back. And they think they got a fork. And they did. They won my rook. It wasn't really a fork. I could have brought my queen up there, but I blundered it. I take. They take my bishop. I take back. Give a check. And then they move their king out. It's a blunder. I miss it. I do check them, but missed an opportunity. Mistake. Rook c8. I think what they're trying to do is infiltrate, but I have 2 pieces guarding that square, so it does nothing. Knight c3, mistake. That's a miss. Oops. I blunder because they can just take... No, they can't. They just take that, I take, and then they win a knight. But they miss it. And so they check. I move. They check again. move. They take, I take, they take, and then I win a rook. I don't know why they did that. They check me, I move, and they're starting to take all my pawns. They blunder, but that's not the move. I could have won that queen, but I didn't. I check them, blunder, missed it again, could have won their queen. Check. Great move, moving my king. Another blunder. There's a mate in 2, but I miss it, of course, because I am 586. Okay, they take. I can't take back. Actually, I could with my queen. I do not do that. But it's okay. I still check. I take another pawn. Now that they're getting really close into danger levels. I take the pawn with check. Could have taken another pawn, didn't. Threaten their queen. King b4. Miss. They could have tried and won my rook. King c3. Check me again with c8. And I move my king back. Then they try winning my rook. I don't let that happen. I could have blocked with the rook. That's what I would have done now. Didn't. And there's a blunder. There's a mate in 2. Don't do that. Now it's a mate in 4. But I missed it again. And so they move their king. I get a miss. And they blunder the mate in 1, and I got them. Now, as you can see, we did both terribly. Because they think our rating, chess.com thinks our rating is 150. 150. Yeah, that's how bad we did. So, that was game 2. Obviously really bad. So, on to game 3. Okay. So this is going to be a shorter game. Because I don't know why the eval bar is like that. It's going to be a shorter game, only around 29 moves. But this game is a little special to me because in my banner, this is the end game or the last move that was played. That's basically my banner, except I put that into Lego. So, of course, I want to start with the 4 knights. And I see what they're trying to do. I've done it multiple times. King to f6. I take. They take with queen. I move my pawn out, blocking my bishop. It's okay. Bishop to d6. I move my pawn. I really don't know why. They check. And that's the blunder. Because after I take, they get a fork. And I can't take the bishop back. So I move my bishop out. They move their pawn. I take. They take. I move my queen out to give a check. They block with the pawn. I castle. They move their bishop out. I threaten to attack the queen. Pawn takes. Bishop e3, attacking the bishop. And if they take, I take, and then there's a discovered attack on the queen. Doesn't really do anything. But anyways, they castle instead. I take the free pawn. They move their rook. I threaten to win the rook. They bring it back so I can't take this pawn. I move my pawn up. Oops. They want to win this pawn. So, maybe to see if they take, I could move my queen there. So I set up a decoy. They take. So I get a mate. Well, not fully. They could have moved the rook there, and then it was mate. But he resigned. So I didn't get the satisfaction of winning. Now, Chess.com thinks both of our ratings are 1200. We had a very similar accuracy, with mine just being 0.1 higher. We both had a great move and both had a blunder. That's good. Now I'm gonna go on to game 4. Okay, so here's game number 4. And none of you know this, but this is my first ever game on Chess.com. So here we go. Pawn to e4. I'm 626, and I used to before I even started to go onto Chess.com, I played chess, but I was not good, and I lost all of that. So I'm pushing my pawn for some reason. Who knows why? They blunder. That's free. I don't see that. They think it's a fork. I take. Queen check. They're bringing their bishop out to check me. I fork them in quotation marks. Queen moves to f4, attacking the knight. I takes with pawn. I try to win the queen. No. And I make my first blunder. Free queen. Free knight. Queen, you could have took the bishop. And you know what I do in this position? I move away from the queen instead of taking it. There's another blunder. I could take it. Doesn't even take it and then checks me. I take. Finally. Castle. Bishop out. Attacking that pawn. Brilliant move. It's a brilliant move. Sacrificing the rook. But I don't do that. I didn't pre-move, as you can see from the time, but it looked like as I would have. Trying to set up an attack. I take the free pawn. They move to g4, their pawn. And I hang a bishop. Move my bishop out of the way. I attack the rook. They move it back up. We both start almost competing moves, but not. Brings the knight out. I move my bishop back. Takes the free pawn. I continue to push the pawn. And I could have taken it, but instead I decide to sacrifice my bishop. And I don't even take the knight. He takes the pawn. And I don't even take the free rook. I don't take the rook. Moves none of their pieces are being attacked. Takes the free pawn. Takes another free pawn with check. Check. Takes the rook. Why didn't I move like there? I had to move there, so then they could take that. So I had chased the rook, free rook, and I do take it. After many times it's been hung. I try to go after the knight. I do take it. Could have went over here to take it. Move up. Could have taken with the pawn. I finally take with the pawn. There's mate in 8 right now. Check. I don't know what that move was. I was forced to do that. And here comes another queen. With checkmate. I just want to give you a quick review on that too. Okay. How many blunders did I make? Okay, we both made 3, not as bad. 3 misses, 1 miss. There's only 1 book move. That's how bad it was. And they think I was a 200 rated player, and Kynamite was a 750. So, first game of chess I ever played on chess.com. And yeah, that is the start of Gothy Chess Games rebooted to, yeah, just Gothy Chess Games rebooted. So yeah, have a good day and bye.